everybody, and welcome back to the EYFS home activity number 3. Hoping that you've enjoyed everything we've done so far today. This activity I'm really quite excited about, because this is getting messy and getting things done, just being creative and just you having a good time. So this is a little bit different. You can actually get really sticky with this one. You're going to need some lard. Now this is really cheap. If you haven't got this at home, any shop sells it, so it's like really easy to get hold of. I've got some string, because you'll need to tie up your bird feeder once you finish with it. So you'll need a pair of scissors. So again, make sure your adult is nearby. I've got a knife only because I've just cut a slice of that off. It's not a sharp knife. You don't need anything major. You can use the whole block of lard if you wanted to make lots and lots of bird feeders. We're just going to make one just to show you. I've also got a little bit of a wood or a toothpick to make a hole through, so that when it does actually set in the fridge, we can put the string through nice and easy without it breaking all up. And then we've got a big bowl of bird seeds. So in here we've got lots of different kinds of seeds that I've got, and because I feed the birds all the time, I have this at home really easily. If you don't have this, you can use bread, you can use raisins, or even unsalted peanuts as well. There's lots of things that birds like, and if you do happen to go to the shops, they also like really good dried mealworms, and you can get those from like the pound shops and things like that. So to make your bird feeder, you need the block or a small amount of lard. Then you're going to need a nice scoop of seed. You might need more or less, depends on how much lard you actually use. Okay, and then you don't want the lard that's been in the fridge, because this is going to be far too hard to be able to mash up. So I'm just going to cut this into smaller pieces, just so it's a little bit easier to do and to manage and to use. So you might want to use a pair of gloves for this, guys, if it's a little bit easier for you and mum and dad don't want you to get too messy. Okay, the whole idea then is to squash the seeds, the nuts. If you want to use bread, like we said earlier, you squash it all into the lard. So you're trying to make a cake really, but it's not a cake that you can eat. This is a cake for the animals, the birds outside. Now get it really mushed up. It will go softer because you're messing with it and your hands are nice and warm, meaning that you're going to melt that, which is what you want to do to get the shape of it. But obviously you don't want it to be like water either, because then it will take much longer to be able to get it to form a shape that you want. Now I'm just going to make the shape with my hands today, guys, but if you have cookie cutters at home, if you have something that you can, maybe like an ice cube tray that mum and dad don't want to use anymore, you can use that. You can make smaller ones, you can make bigger ones, you can fill those, pop them in the fridge, not the freezer, and then once they've formed and they've made a nice shape, then you can hang them out for the birds. Now I've just made a really big giant fat ball just to show you guys what I say. Use your imagination and do all sorts of things. You make stars and strips and stuff. Now, there's my fat ball. Now, I do have a fat ball holder in my garden, so that would fit in. But for you guys at home that don't have that, just looking for my little wooden stick again. There it is. What you want to do is make a hole. So all I'm doing is poking that inside there. Maybe your adult could help you with this. And because it's such a big one, I'm going to make one the other side. So then these two should join. Yeah, there we go. So then when you look inside there, you can see a hole that goes all the way through. You might not pick it up on the camera, but there's a hole that goes right across there. So the string, once it's been in the fridge, cut your string to size and thread it right the way through, and then you can hang that up for your birds. So I'm going to pop that in that bowl, and then I'm going to pop that in the fridge. Wait for probably about a day or so it goes really nice and hard. Hang it up, and then you can use all your ideas to have a little look and see what's coming to the garden. Take care, guys. Bye bye.